Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a dramatic turn in the Russo-Ukraine conflict. How Greece has made a bold move that some are calling a real rebuke to Putin by approving a massive weapons transfer to Ukraine. What is Greece sending? Why now? And what could it mean for the balance of power? Let's break it down piece by piece. Greece recently signed an agreement to transfer 60 M110A2 self-propelled howitzers, along with 150,000 shells and firing charges, plus thousands of 2.75-inch and 5-inch Zuni rockets to Ukraine via the Czech Republic. These howitzers are old, but heavy hitters, 203mm artillery with significant destructive potential. The deal is valued at tens of millions of euros. Greece classed the M110A2 systems as non-operationally necessary equipment, effectively giving themselves political room to divest them. This transfer isn't just donating obsolete gear. NATO and EU allies have been pressing Athens to go beyond token support. They also urged Greece to part with its 25 Mirage 2005 fighter jets, though Greece appears reluctant to hand over high-tech systems that might anger Russia. Greece insists it will not send its S-300 or Patriot air defense systems, citing need for its own deterrence, especially given tensions with Turkey. So why now? A few motivations line up. First, Greece wants to reinforce its credentials with NATO and the EU as a reliable contributor to Ukraine's defense. Many allies have criticized Greece for holding back on major contributions. This move helps reshape that narrative. Second, those M110 howitzers were aging and sidelined. Transferring them shifts a burden while gaining geopolitical credit. Third, Greece is under pressure from NATO, from EU partners, from strategic expectations to take a more assertive stance. Let's talk about the implications. On the battlefield, adding 60 heavy howitzers plus a large ammunition stockpile gives Ukraine more long-range firepower. These guns can engage Russian positions, conduct counter-battery fire, and support Ukrainian offensives. It's not a game-changer by itself. The challenge will be crew training, supply lines, and integration with Ukraine's existing systems. Politically, this signals a shift in the perception of Greece's role. Athens has long had careful balance between its ties to the West and its historical cultural links to Orthodox Russia. This move tilts the balance decidedly toward the Western camp. For Russia, it's a symbolic slap. Greece is no superpower, but giving heavy weapons to Russia's opponent is a public statement against Moscow. It could provoke diplomatic backlash. Russian officials have already complained in the past about Greek support for Ukraine. Domestically, though, Greece may face criticism. Many Greeks are wary of confrontation with Russia or being dragged into wider conflict. Some political factions oppose transferring key arms. Finally, there's strategic signaling. For other European countries, it shows that even middle powers can make consequential choices. It may encourage further arms transfers or embolden other reluctant states to follow suit. It's worth noting the limits. Greece declined to send its most sophisticated weapons. No S-300, no Patriot, no cyber or advanced air systems. The missile and air defense frontier remains untouched. Also, the Mirage jets remain controversial and unlikely to be shipped outright. In sum, this is a bold, calculated move by Greece, giving Ukraine meaningful artillery support without crossing red lines for itself. It helps Greece boost its standing among allies, puts more pressure on Russia, and strengthens Ukraine's warfighting potential. But it's not an all-in commitment. The full impact will depend on how Ukraine uses these systems, how Russia reacts diplomatically or militarily, and whether other nations amplify or curtail the trend. Let me know if you'd like a breakdown of how these howitzers work, or a scenario analysis of how Russia might respond.